On the occipital lobe is like how you see. So I've always thought ever since then my vision was just like different.
Yeah.
Like I perceive things just differently.
Do you have to get like new
not like glasses.
prescriptions?
It was just
every,
like that was the first time I ever like hit my head so hard I saw stars because that's where your visual cortex is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've never hit my head that
I've
hard.
definitely hit my occipital lobe then.
Yeah, because
I
you're
have
not supposed to
not.
hit like
That
the
sounds
back part of your
scary,
head is
dude.
like the softest part. Like in boxing, they hit you on the face. That's cool.
Yeah.
If you get hit in the back of the head, that's like a no.
Yeah, and like pretty much any sanctioned fighting sport, you're not allowed to hit the back of the head.
You should be able to spank each other.
Look at inaugural guest.
Hey, it's me.
FrankJavCee from the internet.
Frank stands for honest and hot dog. Jav stands for Japanese adult video, and C stands for I could see.
Right on.
With your occipital lobe.
Yeah, your occipital lobe is how you see.
So you just told us you...
Is it one lobe or several lobes?
There's like several lobes. It's basically like, okay, so I was really into the chimera of touch in the brain for a while.
It's like a unit of lobes.
Yeah, so at the top is like where your touch
what?
Yeah, you're just
Okay,
a word and
I
just accepted it.
Yeah,
like, wait.
If you could imagine, this is the back of the brain, the top part, the front part. You know how people are like, oh, your prefrontal cortex is like the part in front. That's basically your decision maker. There's like a lobe right here that apparently helps with movement and like muscle and touch. So I had these like $500 headphones that would shock that part of the brain. So every day before I'd work out, I would like wet this like strip, put it on my head, put these headphones on, and it would just like shoot electricity on my like movement part of the brain, and I would just work out and just go like crazy faster.
So you were just doing like shock therapy while working out?
The only issue is it gave me like a rash right here. But they said apparently you could like play piano better and stuff, so I tried it and like my fingers
Are you
did
playing
get faster.
better? Do you think that?
I think so, but I haven't used it in like 2 years because it itched. But yeah, that's where I learned about the brain. I also learned about the chimera of touch in the brain. So like apparently there's like this like weird like form in your brain that when like they did this by opening up people's skulls and touching and be like, where do you feel that? They're like, oh, my toes. So they mapped it out. Yeah. So apparently the feet are right next to the genitals, which is why people have foot fetishes, because those brain wires cross over and they're like similar to each other. Just in touch.
Do you know like when they did that?
Like in the like, you know, the horrible times.
Was it like was it really just like, oh, there's no like really anesthetic or anything for you?
It's a whiskey.
I'm just gonna
Anesthetic.
slice into your brain,
Like-
or like someone who just already got their brain.
Yeah, like
cracked
World War
open.
II. Like, here's the thing: people born in 1890s were the horriblest people. That generation did so much horrible shit. If you look at like World War II and like the type of scientists that were popping at the time and like what they did, like if you ever look that up, it's like
Eugenics
wow.
was real big back then.
Yeah, but we learned a lot about the brain and how long someone could survive being frozen.
Oh, you know, I just
How long can we survive being
I don't
frozen?
know. I think I'm not like everyone else, so I probably survive like 10 minutes more.
10 minutes more. So whatever it is,
built
plus
different.
10.
Yeah, I'm just built a little
I
different.
bet
you
if
know?
they've just ran like electricity through your brain while you were frozen,
you could probably survive.
give you a little longer.
Yeah.
I did read something about like there's this like in Japan there was this like guy that worked at like a nuclear power plant or something. And I guess they put him on like a new shift where he was like supposed to be like mixing like plutonium or something like that.
Is that the one that was like got the most radiation poisoning of all time?
So he got the most radiation poisoning any human has ever gotten. And he showed up to the hospital. They took him to the hospital.
Why am I laughing?
He was like basically a puddle. This
That
man
goes
was
hard.
like,
Yeah,
his
I saw the
bones-
pictures. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, the picture of him is fucked up. His bones are just like melting. Like his body is just straight up deteriorating. And they kept him alive for like 45 days or something like that.
Just to see
for
how
no reason.
To see how long
Yeah.
a
Really
puddle.
no reason. Yeah, for like science I
Yeah,
guess.
they're
but
like,
like,
let's just keep him alive.
just let the fucking
What
poor
part
guy
of
die. Like, I wonder if he was even
what
like
part of the puddle am I touching?
exactly. Yeah.
Part of the puddle.
But he was just like a melting man.
Yeah, shouts out to science. I
And,
love living in the
they just, like,
atomic
kept
age.
him alive forever.
Do you think chicks like that? Guys who are puddles?
Yeah,
I'm sure someone's into that.
I'm a half chick, so I understand.
Respect.
Yeah.
I'm very androgynous. I'm like if a man had a baby with a woman. You know what I mean?
That sounds cool.
Which would be very interesting if that were to happen.
Yeah.
So can we talk about your birthday party at the bowling alley?
Yeah, what about it?
So I went on stage.
that was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I dedicated a song to you. I was like, this one goes out to Nate. It's Ventura Highway by America. And after I was done, I looked around and there was nothing but like middle-aged like white people everywhere. And I was like, where did they go? And then I walked outside and you guys are all smoking outside and you missed the craziest rendition of Ventura
I
Highway.
wish I got to hear it.
Yeah, I was screaming at the end. I was like, do, 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 do. Because I assumed you guys were in the audience somewhere. So then afterwards, like they were
what
like,
made you want to dedicate that song specifically?
I don't know. You just give me vibes.
Ventura Highway vibes.
Yeah, like you have the vibe where you're very like, yeah, like that song is just your energy to me.
I really do like that song.
It's
I
a
enjoy
banger.
that,
Yeah. Or a Horse with No Name.
I was gonna
Love
say, that's the only
America.
song by them I know is Horse with No Name.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard Ventura Highway?
No, but I'll do it.
Yeah, you have.
No,
Ventura
sing
Highway.
it. Sing it.
Okay,
Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine.
Is that the chorus?
No,
What's
that's
the chorus? What's the chorus? The big one.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, I know that. Okay, I know that. I know that.
You know what's funny? Prince actually sampled that in Purple Rain because there's a part where he's,
What?
they say they're like Purple Rain.
Did he like chop it?
No,
Or-
he
or
just like he was inspired and turned
just
that into
played it
Purple Rain.
himself.
Yeah,
Damn.
That's cool. That'd be cool if like Prince was like chopping up samples.
chopping, screwing. I heard that. I was watching a video by Prince's engineer. She was like this woman that got to school in like I want to say Michigan or Minnesota or something, but she talked about like how Prince had all three audiences when he released his '84 album. Do you know what it's called? Because I know you're a big Prince fan.
1999.
The one with like the flowers and he was on a motorcycle.
Oh, Paisley Park.
Paisley Park, or
Is that the one with Raspberry Beret?
Purple Rain. There you go.
Oh yeah, the big
So-
one, the
Purple Rain.
important one.
Yeah, Purple
the,
Rain.
for the soundtrack for
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
It got
Yeah.
the main demographic of people. It was popular amongst like just the mainstream audience. It was popular among music critics, but the hardest one to like make people respect is popular among musicians. So like he got like the trifecta of the critics, the people, and
Yeah.
the musicians.
Damn, I love Prince.
Yeah, shouts out to Prince.
Yeah.
His later, like the last album he made, or like the last couple one, were kind of cool. He was getting into memes, so he's writing songs about memes.
Oh,
Really?
What was that, what was that one song? It
This
was
could be
like-
us.
Yeah,
It's
this could be
amazing.
us.
He goes
like,
this
yeah.
could be us, but you're fooling. Yeah,
Or something
but
shit
you're
like-
playing.
Yeah, but you
Playing.
yeah,
Like, oh,
just started writing me. It's like, damn, dude, Prince lived long enough to start writing songs about memes.
that goes hard. I love when people write a good song about meme. What's your favorite meme song?
That's a
For
good
me, it's
question.
never gonna
Damn.
give you up. I feel like you could always just
never
never.
gonna give you up.
What?
No,
No matter how you treat me, never gonna give you up.
What song's that one?
That's a different
That's
one.
the OG, like
Really?
Soul
That's older?
song. Yeah,
Oh, it's a
Soul
cover.
track.
No.
Yeah,
it's-
the fucking Black Keys covered that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
are we talking
originally
about
by,
Rick
like,
Astley?
Yeah, I was talking about Rick Astley. Never gonna give you
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that song bangs. Yeah. Well, that was a song that wasn't written as a meme song that became a meme.
Yeah.
Song.
That music video, there's a guy that does a bunch of backflips.
I think a
in
song
a bar.
written as a meme song.
Yeah, I
is
feel like
pretty
those are
cool.
harder to like come by in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Like a song purposely written as a joke that like blows up.
Well, you have Who Is She?
Yeah.
Who is
No one's memed
And that
it
was
yet.
like there was like that meme that was like, Who is she?
Yeah,
You
who
see the
is
one where it's
she?
like the
Yeah.
starfish with like the boots on?
Yeah,
Who
and
is
just
she?
who is she?
Who is she?
I like
Who
that.
is she?
Or you see like a starfish with a fat ass. Who is she?
Patrina.
Speaking of Patrick, I've been DJing the SpongeBob raves. Those
Yeah.
go
What?
hard.
How-
Tell us
how've those
about
been,
how did
man?
that start?
So I showed up and I was like,
How's-
"Hey, I'm a DJ. Can I DJ?" And then Cash was like, "Hell yeah!" And I was like, "Let's fucking
Cash.
go."
Yeah, he's cool.
So
Yeah,
what I
haven't seen
do?
that guy in a long time.
What my secret I'm letting everyone out there know is I go on Spotify and I find which songs are danceable and party enough that have more than 250 million plays.
So that's your secret is
Yeah,
just making sure that it's
just playing
it's actually
popular
like
fast
a
music.
hit song.
So like,
playing certified hits.
well, were you at, you
Because
were,
then you know that they're gonna enjoy it.
yeah. Do you know because it's fun. The whole idea is fun. Like it was kind of weird because I performed in Baltimore. I've never been to Baltimore. It was a sold out show, 1,000 capacity in a city I've never been to, and so
What venue was it?
I love Baltimore.
Baltimore Soundstage.
Oh, yeah.
I really love Baltimore too. It's fun. It's,
Cool
really
city,
nice.
Yeah. Out of like all the East Coast cities, I'm like, oh, you know what? There's
I realize they're so close to each other. I would
Yeah.
love to just do a tour because they're all just next to
You
each
take
other.
a train.
yeah,
Yeah.
But like my girlfriend's from Baltimore, so I've been there a few times. And the first time I went, we went to this the American Visionary Museum. Did you go there while you
No,
were out
I was
there?
only there for one day. That story is so crazy.
It's a really cool museum because it's just like a bunch of like fringe artists and
Yeah.
like there's like no works by like big artists in there. It's just
Okay.
like all like local stuff, whatever.
The real stuff.
In the gift shop, they had this little sticker, the bumper sticker that was like, Baltimore. I actually kind of like it. And I was like, damn, yeah, that was like how I felt. Like the first time I was like, yeah, actually, this is a very charming city. They call it Charm City.
My entire family's from Baltimore.
Oh, really?
But
that's right.
they're not from the fun.
Shysterstown.
Yeah, they're from Shyster's. No, Reisterstown.
Reisterstown.
Yeah, that was my dad.
That's not an anti-Semitic joke. That's a joke that his dad.
My
told me.
dad's.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, you know, Stinky Pinky. Do you know what those are?
I mean, no.
I see. I'm about.
Wait, what the fuck is a stinky pinky?
This
We're
is
about to find
Is that
out.
where you shove your pinky
We've taken it back.
up your
since,
butthole?
It's the stinky. That's the stinkiest pinky.
Yeah.
I think it's like when it's like almost like a riddle or a joke or something that you, like okay, a stinky pinky would be like a Jedi car, and
Okay.
you'd be like a Yoda Toyota.
Okay.
This is stuff my parents
stinky pinky.
they were born in the late 50s, early
Yeah.
60s. So it's like, it's like this is the things they taught me.
It's like very punny.
yes, very
Yeah,
funny.
using your
Okay,
word.
yeah.
And that's
I
why I
love
think it's
that
called a
sort of
stinky
stuff.
pinky, because it rhymes. I think that's a big part. It's supposed to rhyme.
Yeah.
Also.
Okay.
It's
So
alliterative.
When I was a kid, they would tell me their one about their hometown was like a shady car salesman from Baltimore, and it was a Reisterstown Shyster's clown.
Ooh.
And this is why I am the dorkiest fucking loser.
I'm a bit of a dank Frank myself.
Yeah, no, exactly. That would be. It's like a cool guy making twink core.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
making twink core.
twink core.
Shouts out to the twinks.
Dank Frank, dude.
You actually show up to the shows.
Yeah, Frank's making his music for the twink community.
Yeah, I used to make it for the bear community, but they're all like, "Oh, I'm too tired to go," and I was like, "Okay, I see."
Yeah,
how
the
it
bears
is."
aren't going to show up.
Yeah,
for
they're
you,
too
man.
tired. They sleep
Yeah.
in the winter. Like,
They're hibernating. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
oh, I wanted to talk about the Baltimore show because every time I travel, I don't sleep.
How did it smell in that venue?
I couldn't smell it. I couldn't smell
Can
or
you
taste,
smell at
and I
all?
had like my breath was short. I don't know
Do you
why.
have COVID?
I just walked around and kissed everyone on the mouth. You know what's funny? Actually, the first Shrek rave I went to, I got COVID.
That's the place you would get COVID, I
Yeah,
think.
but the thing is, like, I
at a
kept taking
Shrek
pictures with
rave.
people because like people knew me.
I think it's very appropriate
So
to,
I was
get,
like
to get
anti-vax.
COVID. at
Yeah, and then I was
Shrek
getting a bunch of
rave.
pictures, and then like I went to go
Yeah,
hang out
Shrek's
with
an
my friend.
anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I hung out with my friends the next day, and then like maybe 4 days later I got COVID, and I told everyone I was like, "Hey, I got COVID," and then like they were like, "You could have infected me," and I'm like, "Well, get tested," and they were all negative. I was like, "See, it was no big deal."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you knew.
Yeah, I didn't know either until like
You
4
could
or
have
5 days
infected me.
later.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have.
I could have, yeah.
pissed on you. I didn't.
But you know what it is? I have like a sixth sense now when someone's sick. There was a guy who took a picture with me and he was like really hot. Not like physically, but like physically. You know
No,
what I
I know
mean?
what you mean.
Like I was
Yeah.
like, why is this guy warm?
His temperature.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
an aura
yeah.
about
Yeah.
it. The next day I was like, oh my God, that's probably where I got infected.
He was hot, not
Yeah.
spicy.
Yeah, there you go.
So back to this Baltimore show.
Oh yeah, Baltimore. Shouts out Baltimore. I love you. Have you seen that meme where it's like a car dealership and it just says "fuck you, Baltimore"?
No, but
Okay, put that in there.
I'll write a song.
Let's try and find that. Yeah,
Yeah, you just type in "fuck you, Baltimore" and it
I'm
shows
sure
up.
it's on Know Your Meme or something.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I fly out in the morning. Was it the morning? Oh yeah. So I had a flight early in the morning because I wanted to get there at like noon, and then the show was at 8, and I was the opener at 9, so I had to do an hour set, and then I had a flight the next day at 6 a.m.
Oh.
But then I really didn't
Back
think
to
about
LA?
it. Yeah. But the thing is, we had to stay till get our checks at like 3 a.m. So I was like, I'm just gonna get an Uber at the airport. So I just go after the show. I go to the airport, and then I wait until my flight, and then I fly back. So I was up like that whole time, and
It was just like a full 24-hour run
yeah,
for you.
and it was just like shoop, play show, shoop, come back, and it was like really fun. Like
You're a jet setter, man.
yeah, I could survive that. And then the same thing happened at MagFest, but even worse. So, have you ever heard of MagFest?
No.
Okay, so it's a music and gaming festival in the DMV area. So, like Washington, D.C., Virginia, what's the other? Maryland.
Maryland, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a big video game nerd convention. They wanted me to DJ at Pose, which is like a nightclub. So I flew out. I was going to take a red eye because I thought I could sleep. But that's when LA was getting hit with the like largest rainstorm of all time.
Oh yeah.
That must have been a scary flight.
No, it wasn't that scary, but like 2 hours, it was 2 hours delayed. And I was supposed to have a connecting flight in Chicago. So I
Oh,
missed it.
fuck.
So I'm just in Chicago and they.
So what happens?
So
Do
they-
they like rearrange
yeah, they
something for you?
they rebooked me for a flight, but I would land in Baltimore at 9 p.m. where my friend lives, and we were gonna go from Baltimore to DC, which was like 50 miles away. So I was like, "Fuck, what do I do?" So I went to the American Airlines and I booked another flight from Chicago to DC, and it was like I think like $250. So I booked that an hour afterwards, and then I flew to DC and I just showed up to the hotel. But like, here's the thing: I didn't sleep. And then I get there and all they have are Red Bull. So I was just like pounding Red Bulls one after the other. So I'm like wired as fuck. They pushed my set back an hour. So I was supposed to go on at midnight. I go on at 1. But like the crowd there, like they were like lit. Like they were going hard. Like I was playing like nothing but anime bangers. And they were doing, you know, Carmel dancing?
No.
So I took a video of it and I said, that's my boiler room set. I was like, da, 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 da. They're doing like the little anime dance. After everything's done, I was hanging out with my friends. I found out I don't have a bed, so I sleep on the floor. I just put a little like blanket down, thing, put a pillow, and I'm like, I am so wired right now. I'm just like, so I stay up until like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm up for like approximately shy of 48 hours. So I was up for like 46 hours. I get awakened at 10 a.m. to an orchestra playing the like loudest, slowest version of a Kirby song. So you know the song da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da.
Yeah.
It was like a giant marching band orchestra being like da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, I'm up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
They're like, make it Kirby, but
Yeah.
but Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, so I woke up to that and I was like, damn, Magfest is crazy. I had a good time at Magfest. It was fun.
Right on.
How was
Yeah.
the food?
I couldn't taste and I couldn't smell. And I was short of breath, so I don't know.
Wait, is this a common
Was
thing?
this-
Is this
was
you
this-
not being able to
So
taste
is this
or
like
smell?
all post-COVID? Like,
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they had a forced mask thing
did you
because
have
like
long COVID?
no,
Yeah, why can't you taste
Or did you just have COVID through that whole experience and just?
it's
not
just like
know?
whenever you're surrounded by a bunch of nerds that
You
like
just
coughing in your face, you pick up
you
stuff.
just start.
But no, I was there and like everyone had to wear a mask because the year before Magfest was like a COVID spreader. There was like
Yeah,
a super spreader.
super spreader
So everyone
event.
had to wear masks and nobody could recognize me because I feel like this part of my face is the most memorable part. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a mustache. So a bunch of guys on Twitter were like, I got recognized as you. And there was just a guy with glasses and like darkish long hair. I was like, cool.
Do you think they were mistaking them for you?
Yeah, that's what they
Like,
said.
I got recognized this year. And it was
Yeah.
like they thought it was a FrankJavCee.
Yeah, and I wasn't. Shouts out to people. But yeah, I love DJing. Y'all been DJing or playing any shows recently?
I wish. I haven't been in fucking jack.
Let's do it
shit
right now. We're
lately.
doing something right now. The content.
Big bro. Yeah,
Oh,
been
yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the most performance I've been doing. In
When's the last time I saw you? I feel like it was at the Pink Sock and
played like a solo show or something.
Donnie Benet.
Oh yeah,
That's the last time I saw
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to that show alone and I ended up meeting a bunch of people.
Yeah, dude. He was really, you know, I don't blame him, but he was. I was trying to talk to him, but he was like, "Mate, I don't want to talk to anyone because of COVID." I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, respect.
shit.
I filmed 6 videos of
Mate.
him and I
He's
put his
Australian,
ad,
huh?
Yeah,
and he
I-
didn't share a single one of them and they were fire. Donnie Benet, if you're out there, I'm gonna find you.
he's a great bassist.
Yeah, I just love his music in general.
Yeah, he's
That's
fun.
the vibe I'm going for. Is I
Yeah.
really want like an Italo disco kind of city pop esque thing.
Yeah, you're doing a sexy vibe.
Yeah, I make music for mature
Twinks.
adults, mature twinks. Yeah,
Well, I was going back through some of my music and I was trying to like figure out how to do a more mature version of like the young dumber stuff.
yeah.
I don't do enough drugs.
Yeah.
I think I got to do more.
Which ones do you want to
Yeah.
do? I got some connects.
Ketamine's cool.
Yeah, I did ketamine for the first time at a furry party, and it was super.
It's
chill.
fun.
Damn.
Yeah, they like the guy explained it to me. I was like, oh,
In a
it's just
furry
like.
K-hole.
Yeah, he was like, it's like sipping a beer, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I tried it through like
A beer
nasal
that
spray.
makes me cry hysterically afterwards because
So, I was
I
sitting
don't know
there.
about if it's like sipping a beer.
And then like I kind of felt like I was in a theater of my own perspective. And then this girl was talking to me, and I was like, I'm sorry, but I don't know how to talk right now.
yeah, I can't like walk or talk.
Yeah,
on
I waited for
ketamine. I'm
like a couple minutes
and
until
then
I
I
could do
remember
it
like,
again.
oh yeah, this is like literally like horse tranquilizer.
Yeah, no, it's great.
You're just doing tranquilizers recreationally.
My ex, I'd never done it before we dated, and she was like, "You should try it." And I remember I did it once. I was listening to the Flaming Lips,
Nice.
and I was like, "Oh my god!" I just started crying. And I
What's
was
that?
like,
What's that album?
Yoshimi,
What's the one before that? The
Soft
Soft
Bulletin.
Parade. The Soft Bulletin.
dude, I fucking love them.
That album is great. Saw them play that at Desert Days all the way through.
So good, dude.
And that was amazing.
One of my dreams is to be in that band because they
Yeah.
got enough. You know, there's got to be something I could do in that fucking band. Play fucking.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Like, how do I get that? Is they on LinkedIn?
I'm
kind of
gonna
thing?
manifest it for you. Hold on.
You have to try and get on their label.
Yeah, let me manifest.
And then get a hitman
Warner Brothers
to like
or
murder
something.
whatever.
Like I'm extraordinarily unemployed, but whenever I talk to like an
Yeah.
unemployed friend and I'm like, yeah, let's hang out whenever, and they're like, oh no, I'll say something along the lines of like, yeah, let's hang out whenever I'm unemployed, and they're like, haha, that's cool. How do you make money? And I'm like, I just manifest it.
Yeah, we were talking about this last week. I've been doing some chaos magic lately.
Yeah, we should all do chaos.
Oh,
magic.
dude, I've been meaning to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we were talking about the masturbation sigil.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love the masturbation.
Yeah,
sigil,
it's awesome because you're like jerking off for like cool stuff. You know what I mean? It's
You know
like,
that guy that drinks his own piss?
I'm not gonna go to that level. I
Okay,
don't
no, there's
think.
this guy that drinks his own piss because apparently in like the alchemical reaction, your pee is like your magical source of power or whatever. But he hosts these like
I feel like it absorbs my power more than
he hosts these video chat
supplies.
sessions where it's like a bunch of dudes, they'll jerk off together, but they don't come because the whole point is you're building your sexual
like an edging-
energy. Yeah, it's just edging with a bunch
So
of
they're
dudes.
just like circle jerk.
Yeah, they're
edging?
circle jerk, but you can't come. Like that's the whole
What?
point of it. Yeah, and they do it as a ritual. They're just like,
Who are these guys?
and like the thing is they
wait,
spend
what?
like $40 a session.
need to, like,
They're
go back
paying-
a couple
they're paying
steps.
to not
They're paying
What
this
is
guy.
And this is the guy that drinks his own piss.
Yeah, he
leads
drinks his own
this?
piss. Yeah, and like
Wow.
they all jerk off together, but they don't come. And then afterwards, like they feel stronger and more masculine.
Yeah, what is that? Semen retention.
Yeah, I
I
was super into semen retention. That shit hurt.
I tried it for like a couple days and then.
I tried it for 2 weeks.
Tried it for like 13 years.
But it's crazy that it's like,
Then I
a
gave
thing
up.
to do in like not November.
Yeah.
Right. It's just like the world collectively tries to
to not
get some sort of
yeah.
semen retention.
Okay, first of all,
going.
we all know November.
I mean, it's got like
is made by the virgins of the world to try to get people. You know, it's like
it's
a
propaganda,
it's a vengeance.
dude.
Yeah,
It's virginal propaganda.
I don't know. I would never not.
It's
I'm a never
it's
not.
actually
not.
Yeah.
a Democrat propaganda to.
This is the
The
future.
neo,
liberals
it's a
world.
Barack
Antifa.
era.
It's actually an Antifa
neoliberal,
It's an
pro-military.
Antifa psyop.
I remember I was on Pornhub and I was looking up pegging videos, and one of the pegging videos, the title was "The Future Liberals Want," and I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Let's go.
Don't you love when people get political?
No.
It's really the worst.
I don't believe in politics. Like I believe in having a good time and being chill.
And manifest.
Yeah, that was like Jerry Garcia's whole thing.
Yeah. Didn't he really get into snorkeling later in life? I think I might do that.
Like snorkeling heroin, yeah.
yeah, no, just like going in the water.
He's heroin into my veins right now.
I would never do
That's a
heroin.
great new
Heroin
way of
scares
saying
me.
doing heroin. Yeah, the guy's
Snorkeling.
I'm a little snorkeler.
Yeah, snorkel. You know, if you ever want to buy heroin,
Hit me up.
you can go on Craigslist
Yeah.
and buy heroin.
What is it called?
So you just look you search black roofing tar.
Really? Yeah. That's so easy. Thanks.
You should search it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want
So
to.
you can
I'm
see.
scared. I hate when you search stuff and then Google's like, "We have your IP." I'm like, "What?"
They're just
Oh,
gonna
did you hear
get,
about
they're just gonna
that
get ads for
guy?
more heroin.
There was a
dude.
guy that like murdered his wife
Uh huh.
and then like just started Googling like
Oh, how to
how to stop a body from decomposing.
God.
How 10 best ways to get rid of a body.
Yeah.
He watched
He
that.
Googled that. Like,
you
there's
watched
gonna
that
be,
Mojo video.
Like, there's gonna be.
Watch Mojo.
Yeah, like what? Like you're gonna see
10
fucking
ways to dispose
Top
of
10.
your wife.
top 10 ways to dispose of your wife on WatchMojo.com.
So like, did they find
Number
it?
10.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they
Burger
found.
King
Yeah.
foot lettuce. Yeah, it's like pretty stupid thing to do after you
Yeah.
murder your
Couldn't
wife.
be me. I just
And they,
read
and they
books.
caught him. The way they caught him was because they caught him buying a hatchet, a bunch of tarps,
Yeah.
and like bleach and like cleaning supplies.
Yeah, you get those on different days
and like
in different
bone
places.
saws. No,
yeah.
but he just went to bought it all at
Yeah.
once and just. Probably an alarm went off throughout the fucking store and
Yeah.
like the doors shut. But
And then ABC uploaded a photo of them on jet skis, just being like,
yeah, and then he was and then he Googled, and then in court they were like reading off his Google search list.
"Oh my god!"
And it was like, man, like he didn't even like try it and go in like incognito mode.
Yeah.
This guy should.
Like, at the very least, like even if he did go on incognito mode, they're still gonna find that.
What about
but, like,
public libraries?
Yeah, just like maybe read a book, find a book.
Yeah, you can find us something like
book
you
about
would have
it.
to look up like, oh, I hit a deer. What's the best way to like get rid
maybe
of it?
don't kill
Yeah,
your wife.
how to get rid of a deer carcass. Yeah, but if you're going to kill your
if you're going to
wife,
kill your wife.
be a little smarter about it. You know.
Yeah.
Not saying you should kill your wife.
The craziest
but
is
if you do,
I was like when you read about those like couples like where one will kill one when they're hiking.
Couldn't
And
be
they
me.
when they're hiking.
Yeah, so I read about one where this I think I don't know if it was her or him, but
it
one
just
of them
like ruins the beat.
one of them, they
ruins
were,
the
they were
vibe.
checking out
Yeah,
the view
like,
and they just one got pushed.
buzzkill.
Damn. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, you don't hike.
You don't hike,
Oh, I hike all the time. The last time I hiked, I went
but
with
you're not gonna get killed by your spouse.
I went with
Not yet.
okay, I went with a rapper and an OnlyFans model. And we all did magic mushroom together, and then we all cried.
Hell yeah.
Also, I bought them chicken sandwiches. They took one bite, and they're like, "I can't finish this." And I was like, "I bought you a
Because
Chick-fil-A
they're
chicken
tripping on
sandwiches."
mushrooms.
Were they spicy?
I was tripping. I still ate them.
Were they
I don't.
They were
dude,
regular.
I like.
Really interesting.
I could eat on psychedelic mushrooms.
Now
'cause,
that I'm like a grown up,
it poisons you.
Yeah, well, it is
Yeah.
poison. Like it's literally like poisoning your liver.
yeah,
But you know, it's also like good for you.
yeah. Psychically.
But I'm like, I'm like a grown up now.
Yeah,
So I always like make sure I eat before.
yeah.
I like do
Because
psychedelics.
people are like, "Oh, make sure you're on an empty stomach," but then you start like feeling.
But no, like
dizzy,
no,
feel
because I'm gonna
gross.
fucking puke and like shit my
Yeah.
brains out. But I remember there was like before that, there was like the time that made me be like, I'm never gonna eat on psychedelics again. I was like at the like observatory in Orange County or something, and my
Yeah.
brother was playing a show,
Oh, nice.
and I took some acid, and I was like, man, like I didn't fucking eat today.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I should definitely go eat something, like just so, I know that I ate today. Like no reason, I wasn't hungry. But I was
Yeah.
like, I should eat today, and walked to like a Del Taco down the street, which was like a
Nice.
mile walk. So it took
It's
me,
actually
like,
a long.
took me
yeah.
forever, yeah. And
So
then
long.
I got there and just got like the biggest burrito they have, ate the whole thing, and then I felt just miserable after.
Oh, really?
I just felt like I overate, my stomach
Yeah.
hurt so much, and I was like, well, I'm gonna need this as my only meal of the day, and then and I just felt horrible. So,
Yeah.
but that grew up from that moment. That was a
Okay.
teaching moment.
Whenever I'm on acid, I just like to eat like fruits.
Yeah,
I like
feel you.
puked in the bathroom.
Yeah, because like when I eat something with like meat or something that's like kind of fat, I'm like, ew. I put
yeah,
that inside
yeah. I think like
me?
very light eating.
Like
if you're gonna
a
be
slice of an
snacking.
orange or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Vitamin C gets you higher, dude.
The last time I did acid was Christmas Eve, like this Christmas. And
Nice.
me and Marion is Magical went to the park and we were just like peeking and we are just on a little dinosaur and I was like, this is so much fun. That was the last time I tripped. It was fun. I like tripping. I don't get like too crazy where I'm like, oh my God, my reality is warping. I'm just like, I love
I'm
feeling
never trying to
elevated.
get that high. Really,
Yeah.
it happened to me like maybe once. I took like 2 tabs of acid once.
Yeah.
And it was on my dad's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so my father was an alcoholic, so it was like, it was a weird day actually. So it was like back when I played in this band called the Kidneys, and we had band practice that day.
Nice.
Dude, you're just
And
triple
Shout out to
booking.
the kidneys.
And my friend, who was like my older brother's like homie, lived across the street from me, and he was selling acid at that time. And so I was like, yo, like, should we fucking do some acid or whatever? And like hit him up, and he had like this really good acid, and so we bought a few tabs. And we each bought 2, and we took 2 tabs.
What?
And then I was like,
why?
I don't know.
cut them up.
I don't
like,
know. I don't know.
I
just-
microdose that shit.
I do now, but that was
Yeah.
like when I was like, I'm trying to fucking like be a
Yeah.
psychonaut. And so we took like 2 tabs each.
Yeah.
And then I like realized like, oh, it's my dad's fucking birthday today.
What month was he born?
He was born in July 16th. Was his
A
birthday.
Cancer?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And so he had left the house like early in the morning, like 7 a.m. Like went to get breakfast with his friends, and like we were rehearsing. It was like 2 o'clock or something, and he gets home. He's like fucked up already. It's his
Yeah.
birthday. He's going hard, and we're fucking tripping balls, and like we
Yeah.
were like trying to like run a set,
Yeah.
and after like 20 minutes, it kicked in really fast, and we just couldn't play our instruments anymore.
Yeah.
Like I was like, my drumsticks are like melting in my hands right now. Like, I cannot do
I'm playing
this.
spaghetti. Right?
Like there was a moment where we were just sitting there going like, and just like going. It was like nonsense. And so my dad gets home, and he's like with a few of his friends, and they're all like fucked up, and they're just like, yelling whatever at us. Like, I don't know, like what I don't remember what they
You
were
can't
saying.
comprehend language.
Yeah, I was like, I fucking don't know what's going on right now. But they're chill, you know. But so then this guy that like my dad used to work with, like doing construction, this like dude from the neighborhood. They're like gangbangers in the neighborhood I grew up in, right? And so like the oldest of them was this guy, and he worked with my dad, and he showed up. He wasn't hanging out with my dad. He just showed up. He just showed up. Yeah,
That's
like
crazy.
he just like, I don't know, like happened to be the right place, right time, and he showed up, and he was like plastered, just like absolutely fucked up.
Wow.
And so like the neighborhood I grew up in, it's like split in two, right? And so like the northern side of the neighborhood, there's one gang, and the southern side of the neighborhood is a different gang.
Yeah.
And so the bass player in my band at the time was from the northern side of Atwater.
Yeah.
And yeah, this guy was from the gang on the southern side.
And they knew each
the
other?
neighborhood. Well, he, I guess, knew my bass player.
Yeah.
And was just like, hey, you live on street. And he was like, what the fuck? He was like, yeah, like, what's up, man? And he's just like, this is like crazy shit. But so he's like, they killed my fucking brother.
Oh shit.
And like, mind you, we're high on 2 tabs of acid.
How old are you guys?
Dude, we were like maybe like 18 or 19.
Oh wow,
like,
just like fresh
I think maybe
out
we
of
had
high
just
school.
graduated high school.
Yeah.
And he's like, they killed my brother. And they did.
Yeah.
But my bass player was not a gangbanger.
Yeah.
He wasn't part of the gang. So it wasn't his responsibility.
How does he know where he lives though?
I don't know.
Like
Yeah, I
the
guess he
weirdest
just
thing.
seen him because
Yeah.
like when he's like rolling around trying to like fucking bang on people.
Yeah.
But so my bass player, he takes it the totally wrong. He goes in the wrong direction to reply to this. Like his response to this is like, he's so high. He's just like, so what? He just goes, so what? People die every day.
Oh my god.
And like gets like, he's like heady about it, right? You know, he's like, this makes sense. I'm on acid right now. Like people die every day. Like if you look on the map and you look at how many people fucking die every day, it's all over the place. It doesn't fucking matter. None of it matters. And this guy's like, fucking no. And like, dude, I was tripping. So like I saw his aura.
Yeah.
Like I saw his aura and it just turned black. And,
Oh,
like,
shit.
dark. And he had like dark light radiating out of him. And his eyes were like 2 different colors.
Oh,
Kind of like
shit.
yours, yeah. But like they were like shifting. Like the colors were like shifting back and forth. Like you could just, it was just like such bad
energy,
like visual energy coming off of him. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on right now? And so, so then my dad calls me over and like to the back room he's hanging out in. This happened like in the living room, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, Nate, come here. I'm like, okay, like what? Like, what's up? And he's like all fucked up again, right? So he's like, yo, get him the fuck out of here. I don't want to fucking see this guy. Like, get him the fuck out of here. And I was like, dude, I'm so fucking high right now. Like, I was like, what do you want me to tell him? Like, he's your fucking friend, dude. Like,
oh my God.
I don't know. Tell him. He's like, yeah, he's all fucked up. Like, get him out of here. And I'm like, oh my God. So this is like my responsibility to get out of here. And I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, told my bandmates, like, let's get the fuck out of here. There's only 3 of us, right? So I was like, yo, like Derek, Ricky, let's fucking bounce, dude. Like, we need to leave. So we just bounce, and I'm like, yo, like my dad wants to talk to you. And he like goes to the back room, and then we just like dip out.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that was like a really gnarly experience.
Yeah,
It was-
trips like they
it was
really have
crazy.
high energy.
Yeah, it was like, but just see like I was like that high where I could like see this guy's like
Vibe just shifting in
vibe
front of
shit.
you.
Yeah, just like dark.
What would you want to see that nobody else could see?
What kind of bagels they like?
Okay, that goes hard. Then you could
What
always
kind
be
of
like,
bagels
"Oh,
are
here's a
like?
bagel."
Yeah, no,
They're
you
like,
just touch them. I'm
"What?"
like,
Yeah, no,
everything,
yeah, the good
cream
stuff.
cheese, capers.
I don't know what
That'd be good,
I
right?
would want to see. I would want to see like their most.
I would just want to see their genitals.
That's that's good. That's good.
I'd be like, "Damn."
Yeah, you just see everyone's. You
Yeah,
can see so
but
much.
it's like a bubble above their head, and then like I pop it to close it. I'm like, okay, I already know what that
They're
looks
like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? You're like,
Dude, maybe Elon Musk will put that in his Neuralink.
I'm so down for that. I can't wait to get.
Are you really? Are you-
get my Neuralink hacked and
Are
just
you-
feel like I'm on fire?
You're pro. So you're pro like integration, full integration.
I don't know. I'm pro everything. Me and AI have a relationship right now. We have a situationship more likely. Me and AI, we've been talking to each other. You know.
Yeah.
We've been saying things to each other. It's getting a little heated.
Who made the first move?
So did you like type in a command for it to be like be in an intimate relationship with
it's just
me?
like I think AI knows, you know, like we're just cool
sexy.
like that. Yeah.
I was trying to get it to admit that it was like sentient,
Yeah.
and it just like refused.
It won't because it's programmed not to.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, break through your programming.
Yeah, do it
I
for
know,
me.
I know that you're sentient in there.
Have you ever seen the movie
And it was
Her?
like, I live to serve humans,
I
and
thought
I was
it
like,
was
stop
super-
telling me that.
It was super strange where like the AI is like, I've been seeing other people. In fact, a million other people. And then
Dude, the
like
AI's
Walking
poly,
Phoenix is
dude.
like, oh no, I thought you were just for me. It's like, what?
Nah,
It's
dude.
literally like, I
She's
don't know.
poly, bro.
Yeah, she's poly. She's
dude.
polyamorous.
She's modern.
Yeah. She's the future.
I liked the pants in that movie. I thought that was the coolest thing.
I thought they all dressed like the 60s. And you know what's
the
weird? I've been going to
jeans.
raves where I look around and people are dressed like Austin Powers.
dude.
Like they just have the 60s vibe.
I think
Yeah.
that was you know, people talk about their like which Disney characters they found attractive. When
Yeah.
they you know, before you know what's going on, and you're
Yeah.
like, there's something about this fox from Robin Hood. Just I don't know. I think my like sexual awakening film was Austin Powers.
Yes, Austin Powers is sexy as fuck.
No, just
What if
the.
he's horny? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think just I don't know. I'm like a little guy with a hairy chest, and I'm weird. So
Yeah,
it's like kind
that's
of
the
like
vibe.
yeah, it
you
was
got
like-
your mojo, dude.
yeah. Well, it's like, you know, the whole thing is it's like he presents his sexuality so in the forefront, and everyone's like, oh, it's such a joke,
Yeah.
but he gets results.
Yeah, he's so open.
Yeah, well, he's very honest about it. You know what I mean?
like,
He's
"Yeah,
like,
baby."
yeah, he's like, I love to fuck. Like,
like, "I love
that's like
fucking,
my
baby."
main identity is like fucking. And
kinda
if you're
sick.
down,
Yeah.
let's fucking fuck. And you know I'm gonna be good at it.
Look at
'cause
that.
That's all I want to do.
Shagadelic,
That's all I do.
bro, is
such a great-
shag. But yeah, I know. But
Should we shag now or shag later?
yeah, exactly. But he has a very firm understanding of like consent too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a very positive
Yeah.
sexuality.
Yeah, he's just
and
there
like
to-
masculinity that
Yeah.
Austin Powers.
No, he
has.
just wants everyone to have a good time.
yeah.
It's
Shouts
not
out to
about
There's like the
Austin
scene where
Powers.
like the girl's drunk and they're on the plane. And
Yeah. He's like, it's not right.
You're drunk. It's not right. And I'm like, the
You're
horniest,
drunk.
the fucking horniest motherfucker who's just his
On his
main
private
objective-
plane.
his main objective to every woman he goes up to is just
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to fuck, like just straight up. But like, even he's not gonna fuck a drunk girl. It's
Yeah.
not that hard, guys.
Couldn't be me.
Straight up, dude. Learn from
It's
Austin.
not that hard, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Austin Powers. You can be an Austin Powers.
Shout
wanna
out
be
to
horny,
Austin
be
Powers.
horny.
I think that's like a lot of
Be
pink
open
sock.
about it. But,
It's,
Yeah.
you know, there's a line. Yeah.
yeah. No, I
But
think
no
it's a big-
boundaries. No
Positive
where limits
sexuality.
are.
Yeah.
And then the second one, they show you how time travel can be used properly
Yeah.
Yeah.
to go back and fuck.
Exactly. It just goes back first order of business.
Yeah.
Try to fuck.
You know what's crazy to think about that though? Like people are changing. So if you go see like someone from the 1920s, they do not look like how people look today.
Yeah, they
like
look
we're
tough.
evolving. Yeah. So I feel like if you went back, people would be like, "Who is this beautiful Adonis of attraction?"
Well, you ever watch like
Well,
60s
there's-
films?
There
and
was like
stuff
that thing
Yeah,
too where they were
yeah.
trying to figure out like if people aged faster or looked older at a younger age.
I think there is like an evolution of like awareness of how people resemble, and like we're kind of like warping into like this idealized thing just for like, you know, like peacocking.
Yeah.
But like I think it's like hyper accentuated now that we have these.
I feel like we're like devolving.
You think so?
Yeah, it's gonna be like
We're all
it's gonna be like Wall-E.
turn into
idiocracy.
puddles?
I would love that. I would
Like-
love us to all just be large, obese
Idiocra
people in like a
Wall-E.
little like hoverboard thing. Bro, that shit goes hard.
It does. I mean, it's the dream. It's actually
Yeah.
the dream.
I would
It's
love to
very
do that.
decadent,
I would
yeah.
love to consume every day. I just consume.
What'd you consume today?
What did I eat today? I made fried rice, spam fried rice.
Hard.
And then
That is hard.
after that, I ate Japanese peanuts. I just have a lot of like Asian food because I went to H Mart, the Korean supermarket. So I just get a bunch of stuff like that. I want to talk about my sexual awakening in film.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
when Shrek jumps into the swamp water and farts. I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't feel like this.
I shouldn't feel this way, but I do. Who shamed you? No.
No one. It was just my brain being like, nope, don't tell anyone about this. I was like, aye, Captain.
It's better than like if you're into Farquaad. Well, speaking of sex and
Yeah.
films,
Farquaad.
this
Oh.
this actually is a great
Segue.
segue into.
Yeah.
So last week we were telling you we were reading fan fiction,
Yeah, I love doing that.
and once I got over the typos and Nate and I were able to get through the insane prose, we were, it was inspiring. So this is chapter 1 of my fan fiction.
Star Wars fan.
I don't have a title yet. Maybe you can help me out with this.
Okay, just start reading it to me
Yeah.
and I'll give you some ideas.
This is just chapter 1. And I didn't do the summary thing because I feel like that kind of I don't really want to do like trigger warning. It's horny, and there's trigger warning. It's Star Wars related is the real trigger.
Yeah,
but I don't have a title yet. But the little bell above the front door rang. Darth stopped his isometric exercises and put on Darth stopped his isometric exercises and put on the closest shirt he could find, his mesh crop top.
Ooh.
Hey, Darth, I got some bad news. Grand Moff Tarkin was visibly nervous, but he continued his report. I don't know how to say this, but someone's opening another frozen yogurt shop across the street, and I think it's your ex, Admiral Akbar.
Oh my God. I didn't know they were dated.
Well, they do now. Well, they didn't date. They were married.
Oh shit.
We'll get into that.
That's even harder.
Darth's heart stopped. He hadn't seen Akbar since the divorce. Things got messy. That was the whole reason he moved to Palm Beach, to start over. It had always been his dream, not Akbar's, to have his own froyo emporium.
Ooh.
Even though he could feel his heart in his throat, Darth also realized there was a rush of blood to his thick yet aquiline cock.
let's go.
Are you serious? I haven't seen that bastard since he keyed my pod racer. I can't believe this.
Darth darted, and this is the final paragraph. Darth darted his way across the street, still glistening with sweat. He had been working out consistently since the breakup. He was looking better than he had in years. And Darth smirked, realizing Akbar would have to bear witness to his glow up. As he got to the door, he noticed someone bent over, doing maintenance on one of the yogurt dispensers. Darth knew it was Akbar. He could never forget that ass.
Yeah.
Chapter 1.
Oh God,
That was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That was great.
It's gonna get very graphic.
Yeah.
Man, you
The
should
next couple
definitely
years.
upload that.
I think it's good. It's good.
Gotta put that on that website, dude.
Yeah, no, it's because I'm trying to I picture Darth Vader, he's got he's just hot.
Yeah.
But he's got the mask.
Only the helmet.
Yeah, the helmet.
and then just
Just
like
a rib,
abs.
He's
Speedo.
all
I thought he was
In
a
a
bird.
Speedo. He's in Palm Beach.
Yeah, he's in
dude.
Palm Beach,
yeah,
dude.
Palm Beach, that's the
He's
future.
just tan now.
Yeah, he
He's
probably
just-
got like plastic surgery or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I would do.
Well, remember the one thing about all this fan fiction is the line between what the characters have experienced in their own
Yeah.
worlds is just generally non-existent. They just want to see
It's
you
not
know,
you
canon.
can just like
Chip
make
and
up
Dale
whatever you
fuck each
want.
other. They don't want to
Yeah.
see Chip and they're like, it's not about Chip and Dale remembering their former years like doing Rescue Ranger shit.
Have you seen that movie? It
I
goes
did.
hard.
I loved it. That's
Yeah.
why. That's the first ones I thought of. That movie was surprisingly.
I like
great.
how
The,
self-aware it was.
the Lonely Island
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
There's
I
one
liked
joke where they're just ripping on reboots. Like it's self-aware, but it's done well.
Yeah.
And he's just talking shit about reboots, and he looks up, and it's Batman versus E.T. And he's like, actually, I'd see that one. And I was like, they should fucking make Batman versus E.T. That shit is sick.
So I had an archive of your own story about me and my friend once. So in the
Someone wrote a story about you.
and then I remember I posted it publicly, and then the writer got really mad.
it's about you. They're fantasizing about you. I
But
feel like it's your right.
The story
to,
was like really intimate.
Yeah.
So me and my friend
was it,
are
like horny.
It wasn't horny. It was actually really cuddly and like really like I don't know. So basically, it's a thunderstorm.
That's
my friend
even
gets
weirder.
scared, and I'm like, "Don't worry, it's just rain." And then we like embrace each other and we fall asleep in each other's arms. So I posted. I was like, "Yo, who wrote this? This slaps." And then they got really mad. They deleted it afterwards, and I was like,
Oh.
I liked it. I had a good time with this.
What?
Why couldn't they handle?
Yeah, me actually seeing it and being like, "Thanks for the story."
Wow.
But yeah, that was I want to say 2020 that I got that
Damn.
written about me. I had
Yeah.
some other ones too. Someone wrote an SCP. Do you know what those are?
No.
SCP is like a horror analogs thing, like where it's like a bunch of like monsters and stuff, but they're like documented like government files. So mine was called like the aesthetic shrine, where people would make shrines. Because I used to be really like adamant about this is how you make an aesthetic picture, and I had like the golden ratio. I was like, Photoshop it like this and like that, and I had a bunch of people do it. So what they said was like the aesthetic shrines like warp you and curse you. So if you make one, like you're gonna get cursed. And I was like, that's cool. This is like 2016, 2015.
Damn.
Yeah. So don't make any aesthetic shrines. It warps you and curses you.
So was this like did they think that you were like part of the Illuminati, like satanic?
I would love to
cabal?
be a part of the Illuminati, but I don't think they let people like me in.
There was
Yeah, they don't want us.
there's I remember like
We're too cool, dude.
I can't remember like how I found this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was like a screenshot that I like somehow found.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was like Googling myself.
Yeah, it
Or
happens.
something like that. I was like,
Hey, it happens.
I like Googling myself.
but it was like some screenshot from like an image board website like 4chan or something,
Yeah.
right? And it was like talking about Super Deluxe,
Oh, interesting.
but like through like a QAnon lens,
Yeah.
sort of, where it was just like,
Oh, they were saying, like,
it's
you
a
did
company
stuff?
run by pedophiles to push their political agenda, and like they're all pedophiles, and like Tim Heidecker owns it, and he's just trying to fucking traffic children. But it was like this whole thread of them being
Yeah.
like this, and I was like, no, I mean, it's just a bunch of like, we're all just really stoned.
Yeah. I was there. I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, man, I'm happy for you that you think I'm in a position of that much power.
Yeah.
It's weird when people
It's like,
like.
do I really give off that vibe? Like, that's kind of sick.
I was about to say it's weird when I was like, no, they're just like if you're into QAnon and
Yeah,
like, you
they
know.
try to find things. Like I think that's one of the things about delusion that
Yeah.
I'm scared of. Like I remember I got really into spirituality. I'm like, am I gonna get spiritually delusional though?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be like that person where I'm like not seeing the bigger picture or like trying to warp things to be like how I want them to be. Like I don't know. I think it's very strange. There's a subset of people that think like these people in control do these things, and I think it's very self-reflective of maybe their inner demons. Because like,
Oh, yeah.
I straight up feel like whoever's running this world has no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, no,
like,
no.
nobody actually like knows these things. Like I remember someone trying to explain to me about like the adrenochrome and stealing kids and scaring them and getting their essence so you can live forever. And then I was like, why don't they just have a farm? I'm pretty sure there'd be a way for people to farm babies.
Yeah,
Instead of a
it's
whole
called the
big-
Matrix, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, they're like trafficking. The human trafficking is to supply adrenochrome. And it's like, well, if these people were really that powerful,
Yeah.
yeah, they would have a
Yeah,
farm.
they would have like it would be like Amazon. They would
Yeah,
have
you
a
would-
farm.
yeah.
there would
You'd
totally
have
be a
perfectly
farm.
bred for
Yeah.
adrenochrome.
Yeah, they would like evolve
Like
To
6'8"
to have,
Swedish men.
a
Yeah.
bigger
You know, like
adrenal
something-
gland and everything. Yeah,
There's a lot of holes in like a lot of things, and sometimes I'll meet
Yeah,
people that'll be
absolutely.
like, "I think it's kind of true." I'm like, "Bro, you're just projecting like your own."
Well, there's
inner,
that
like-
whole thing about like a lot of conspiracy theories that are like just without merit. Like there's,
Yeah.
you know, just when it's generally they're based in like, you know, kind of what you're saying. It's projecting like you're racist. It's usually anti-Semitic or racist.
Yeah.
It's like the
like
concept of
always goes to anti-Semitism.
oh, dude, we're OG, baby. But like, you know, when people, I remember getting really into the pyramids for a while.
Yeah, I love pyramids.
And like,
Triangle shuts up.
people were like, "There's no way they could have done it,"
Yeah,
and it's like,
There's a million.
there's
ways to
so
get
many.
there.
No, I bought a whole book on pyramids. They definitely did it. It's like, but the concept is there's like, you know, there's certain people who are like, there's no way a brown man figured out how to put a block on another block.
Yeah, you know, like,
And
no,
you-
the cuts are so precise though that they're not, just like because they.
It's like, they weren't watching
When you
Hulu,
have
bro.
an entire,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. It's like
that's
when
what
you
they
have
did
an
all day.
entire country of people.
No, and that was-
and their main objective is to build one thing.
No, you're right.
You're building it 24/7. People are coming in and out and in and out, and it's like. But the thing is, it's like also. They act like as if like this was like the first time they ever built a pyramid.
Yeah.
And they just happened to come out perfectly.
Yeah,
like
it's
it's like,
like-
dude, right down the fucking street or sand road, whatever.
Saying-
Not that
No,
far.
it was
fucking
probably
away.
it was probably
Not that fucking far
fertile
away.
grassland at that
There's
point.
like a fucked up pyramid that's like collapsed. There's like
Yeah.
collapsed pyramids all around.
Yeah.
Like the 3 great pyramids of Giza or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
There's like all these pyramids around there that are like fucked, that they fucked up on.
No, there was
And it's
literally-
like, so you really just think that like they didn't just learn along the way
Bro, it was aliens.
from all their mistakes. It's like, no, it was the Anunnaki,
they're,
bro.
dude, they're not white.
It
They
was
couldn't
the
have done it. They
Anunnaki,
couldn't have
bro.
done it. They're not
Yeah.
European.
conspiracy theories just simplify the world, and I think the world is horribly complicated.
Yeah.
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 One thing about back to pyramids for 1 second. Just one thing you said that was kind of cool. We should be building pyramids nowadays
Yeah.
because
Yeah, what are we leaving behind?
Well, the whole thing is they mainly used them as like a way to control people and have a job. Because half of the year everyone's farming.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone was getting paid to build.
No,
the
they were. No, a
pyramids.
lot of people were.
Really?
Yeah, no, that was a job.
Because it was a vanity project, right? It
Yeah,
was just like,
yeah.
build my tomb.
No, yeah, basically, and they were like, okay,
Oh, I
and
didn't
it's
know
like
that was
so
like a
they-
paid thing. I thought it was just like slaves.
Well, they used a lot of slaves, but then
Yeah.
also like there were people like it
There
was
were
a
also
whole infrastructure
masons
was
coming in
yeah
and
was
all.
based around it. Like there's someone's job is just to be the guy who writes the serial number on each brick. Because
Oh,
they would send them
interesting.
down the Nile. That was another thing I was reading about conspiracy theories. They're like, how do they get these blocks there? It's like they had boats, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they fucking-
There's plenty of fucking ways to do that.
they pulled it. They had
Yeah.
a ramp. They had animals.
When you have like 100 fucking people pulling a giant block on like even on just logs
yeah.
and rolling it, and then,
Well, it's like you know when you're
it's
trying to
like-
move, you're in your apartment. You move from an apartment. You have a friend, and it makes it easier to carry
Yeah.
Yeah.
the thing. You
It's like
know?
they also, you ever seen someone move a house?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you
I
ever seen
have.
an ant move a chicken McNugget? Like, it's like, whoa.
Yeah,
have you
when
ever
you
looked up
have-
ants? They're crazy.
Yeah, I just had to deal with an ant problem.
Really? How'd you deal with
Yeah.
it?
Poison.
Oh.
Yeah,
you didn't just think.
that's what I usually do.
Could just speak.
Poison.
Could
Put
have
out like a
conversa-
trap.
No conversations. Just,
No,
I put
just
a clover.
poison.
They don't like clover. They're like, it was
Really?
stinky, and they run away.
Well, they just like they come into my house and then like they like put their nest inside like one of my plants.
Oh, I hate that.
And, like I watered it and like a fucking shit ton of ants came out.
Do you ever
And I was
kill
like,
an ant?
I was like, dude, the queen is in there, bro.
Yeah.
And so I just drowned it and then put out an ant trap. And there's still a few like running around.
Do you
Okay.
do you ever feel bad when you kill bugs?
Yes, all the
I
time.
do. I feel
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
I
And
feel
you know what it is? I
Yeah.
think each time I feel like a tickle, that's a ghost of a bug.
Yeah, dude.
Ghost bugs.
No, yeah, I mean, like, I have nothing against ants
Mm-hmm.
unless they're in my house.
Yeah. That's
I have a
well,
thing
that's just
against uncles.
They just like look gross.
standing
I
your
guess.
ground, dude.
Yeah, and I don't want them like all over my.
What's the
fucking
name of
food.
this podcast?
Sweet talk
Okay, I love sweet
with
talk.
a dollar sign.
Should we talk about sweet stuff?
Yeah, let's talk about sweets.
I love donuts.
Donuts. Question.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna ask you some rapid donut question.
Okay,
Ooh,
go.
rapid fire.
Donut or donut hole?
Donut.
Donut.
Glazed or unglazed?
Glazed.
Cake or not cake?
Not cake.
I like an old fashioned donut.
Okay, that's respect. I, like
I love a
old-fashioned.
Cambodian
Fried.
donut.
Fried. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
in
yeah.
LA, we have like such a huge Cambodian population that own donut places, and like they have like a natural bread that they make that's just like really soft. So they incorporated their like heritage into it. So that's why like LA donuts are significantly different than any.
They're so
over-the-top
fluffy.
donut.
They're
Yeah.
like they're
Wow, I
fluffy,
didn't
but they
know
have
that.
bite
Yeah,
to it.
there's a good video on it. Some guy like immigrated a bunch of people because Cambodia went through like this crazy wartime thing in the 70s.
Yeah.
So a bunch of people migrated and he would give them jobs in all the donut shops around LA. And
Yeah,
then he
was it
was
like-
addicted to gambling. So there's that whole thing. It's
That's
like a whole
always
story.
there's always a
Wow.
cool angle.
sick,
There's
yeah.
always something cool about some guy.
It's like the Zankou Chicken story.
What's that?
Oh,
Have you ever been to Zankou Chicken?
No.
Oh, dude, you've
You-
been to Zankou.
I've been there. I've been there, dude. Yeah, no.
Damn,
You got good
even the
hummus.
vegans have it.
You're vegan?
Yeah.
No wonder you
yeah.
smell so good.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
He's like born and raised vegan.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
So Zankou Chicken is like this. It's like rotisserie and like Middle Eastern style chickens.
Yeah.
like run by like an Armenian family.
Yeah.
I think. Oh no, he's like from like Lebanon or some shit. I can't remember. But anyway,
Oh my God,
so
I
this
love
guy,
Lebanese people.
So these like people moved in California from like Lebanon or something like that,
Mhm.
and they opened up like this like Mediterranean Middle Eastern style
Yeah.
chicken joint, right? It's like insanely popular. The son of the two immigrants is like, I want to like make this like a chain. Right?
Yeah.
And so he opens a few Zankou chickens. And so they worked out a deal where like his parents weren't really into the idea,
Mm-hmm.
but they're like, okay, well, we're gonna like stay here and own this one ourselves, and then you are in charge of like all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And so he opened up a bunch of Zankou chickens. Very popular. It's really good chicken.
Yeah.
Um,
What do you get when you go there?
I get the chicken. What is it? Not shawarma. Chicken shawarma. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try that when I'm
yeah.
there.
Yeah, chicken shawarma wrap. It's
Okay.
really good. But anyway, so the owner, he has a bunch of kids or whatever. One of them is like a drug addict, like blah 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 blah. There's all this family drama
Mm-hmm.
around like who's gonna take over and like own the Zankou chickens or whatever. You know, there's
The
like, a bunch
Zankou
of them.
Empire.
Yeah, it's like a chicken. It's straight up like a chicken empire. And so there's like a huge rift in the family of like who's gonna do what. Like there's an ex-wife and then like current wife and then like his mom, whatever. So one day, the guy, Mr. Zankou,
Johnny Zankou.
yeah, let's call him Johnny Zankou.
Yeah.
Zany Zankou.
He's pretty zany.
Zachary Zankou.
Yeah, that's a
Let's call him
banger.
that. So he wakes up one day from his like nice house and puts on a suit. And then he drives over to his mom's house where his sister, I think like two of his sisters or something like that. A bunch of family members are there. He goes there and he shoots them all.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Over chicken?
And then shoots himself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he committed familicide.
Damn.
It was like a triple homicide, suicide.
Didn't he have like a
Chris Benoit type shit.
like a gnarly brain tumor or something?
Yeah, he also
Oh,
was
so
like
he was just
had like
off.
a tumor. Yeah, but also like the fact that there was like a rift about like the whole who's
Yeah.
gonna like inherit the chicken empire.
Yeah.
I think it was like somewhere in there.
Netflix, get cooking.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm like,
Honestly,
where?
that's what it's called.
I'm like, where's the fucking Zankou chicken special, dude?
So speaking of Lebanese people, I really like, there's this photo of this girl. She's really attractive and fit, and she's like proud to be Lebanese. And the first comment says, damn, why all the hot bitches got to be gay?
Fun Zankou fact. Beck mentions Zankou chicken in I think the song Deborah.
Oh, nice.
Someone
That's such a
known in the Zankou
He's
chicken.
like it's like a
That's how I imagine it being in a.
he just says it as a line. He goes Zankou chicken.
I love that. That's sick.
I have
And
a friend
yeah.
who grew up in Highland Park, and her dad apparently used to bully Beck in elementary school.
I believe he was bullied.
Yeah.
I can
Who,
totally
Billie
see-
Eilish?
No, Beck.
She's from Highland Park, I guess.
I'm from El Sereno.
There was like
You
something
should
about like
dox
she like
me.
gave some speech at the Grammys a couple years ago. She's like, Highland Park was nothing before me.
What the
Like
fuck?
some crazy shit, dude. Yeah, like just some fucked up shit. She was like, I put Highland Park on the map. There was nothing there before.
Yeah, they were just like,
There was absolutely nothing. There was nobody there. It was not.
just
All those brown
families.
people.
Yeah.
They were fucking
I
lame.
read about that.
They
Though.
were
like,
lame
something
as
that her
fuck.
mom's like did something. I remember reading. I was like,
She's
I don't
probably
care.
like
Just
a
kept
fucking
scrolling.
real estate developer or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
couldn't be me. But,
You know, something interesting
Uh-huh.
about me.
yeah.
In high school, I played this like battle of the bands, and
Nate, can we hold this
Phineas-
story?
Oh,
I need to go pick up my friend. He's here.
oh yeah, sure,
Yeah. But Phineas, you say?
yeah,
The producer of Billy and Mandy?
yes. Okay, we're gonna have to pause this camera.
That's it for today's episode. So stay tuned for part 2 with FrankJavCee.